Vane, did we mail out a check to Rough Country, Jackson Jordan, for those trees?
The day you sent it to me.
Where did we mail it to?
Whatever was on the invoice.
Okay.
We're live.
We are live. Let me see if we're live. Hey, if you're on here, do me a solid. If you could do me a favor, get on here and get on here. Jeez, I'm all over the place. Get on here and like, comment, and share my stream, all of you here. How many people are in here? I feel like there's no energy around me today. I feel, what would you call the word I'm looking for over there, Hayden?
Lethargic.
Is it lethargic in here? Lethargy? Even you're tired over there. My little Chinese soldier is sleepy over there. I never seen you so tired. The Chinese assassin is asleep over there. What's wrong? What do y'all think about my shirt? Before we get in, hey, Stale. Hey, Josh is even on here. My wife is on here. If you would do me a favor, go up to the Exchange Boutique. Tell her I sent you. If you wouldn't mind, just do it for me. Josh, we've got a question, and we've all answered it. Before I get into 60 seconds of gratitude, Josh, Faho, Benton, Harrell, do you think Pruitt Jones is working with the same intensity that he brings when you're here? We've already gone around the room. What would you say now, before everybody dogs Pruitt? I do want to give you a compliment, Pruitt. Do I give a lot of compliments around here? Why is everybody shaking their damn head? Do I give you a compliment, new girl?
Would
Do I
you
ever-
say it's more negative than it is positive?
Is it a more, if you're watching, guess, is this a more positive or negative environment around here? What would you say, Larima?
I feel
Just-
like it's a positive environment.
Thank you, Larima. I appreciate that. What would you say, Cowboy?
Intense.
It's an intense. What would you say, Pruitt?
I'd say it's positive. You push us, but there's not a lot of like.
Well,
There's not a
Kaylin.
lot of attaboys.
Yeah.
Kaylin said there ain't a lot of attaboys.
But it's to push.
There ain't a lot
us.
of attaboys, but I will say this. I did get a compliment about you from Zillow yesterday. That new guy, man, y'all hired Pruitt. He's going to be awesome. Like, that dude don't even work over here. That's what Dean said. I had a long talk with Dean last night, and he was bragging on you. I'm like, he don't even work over here. He's on the other side. Well, you need to get him. Well, his daddy owns a company. He ain't coming over here to this side. Weatherman, Pruitt has the goods. He has the manners and very likable. This guy will be a stud with his networks and his mannerisms. Nick Leach, Uncle Nick, ever discuss the difficulty in finding good, motivated employees? It's getting very hard to do, Nick. It is hard. But I feel like everybody we have here has exceptional attitude. And a lot of, like, the older you get, how old is Nick? See my age?
He's a little younger.
He's a little younger than me. Well, every generation teams, as I get older, I look at the generations like, man, they're just become softer, lazier. They don't have the motivation. But we've got everybody here, I feel like, displays. He's only 41. Nick, you're a baby. Shit, wait till you get old like me. Everybody here has this grit about them, this toughness about them. And that's kind of what I want people to have here, because in this business, you're going to get let down. You're going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to cash checks that never clear because you're dependent on that deal, and guess what? It never made it to the table. So with that said, let's hop on over to 60 Seconds of Gratitude. And congratulations, you've got the attention of Zillow. Noah, 2 appointments. You said 2 appointments, writing up a deal today. Is that correct? You called Drew yesterday and he let you down. I apologize for that. Larima, 50 calls. Drew, now look, I told you, yesterday the baby calf was sitting on 3 calls. And it was late in the day. Hey, y'all want to talk about getting plugs? I'll give old big boy a plug here. About 4 o'clock, you're on 3 calls. And you're in here dicking off. And I walked in, I'm like, what are you doing? And before I could even get it out of my mouth, he starts walking back to the bag. And you're like, what's he doing? I'm like, he's about to get them calls. You remember this conversation? And you're like, you didn't think he'd do it, did you? Why did you doubt him?
Because he's running out of time.
He's running out of time. But the evidence shows somehow Andre got to 51 calls. How did you do it? Congratulations. Hey, the odds were against him. And all I did is I just brought a little bit of attention because I told him his future self was pissed off at his current self. Pissed off. I forgot, I'm not mad at you. Your future self's disgusted by you, though. KK, 50 calls. Now, hey, how should we reward a man that hits 49 phone calls? How do you do that? How's that possible?
There is no reward.
So should we reward him or should we bitch at him? Like, you're 49. I mean, damn. What am I talking about today, Van?
Your past experiences, try to predict your future results.
See, that's what I'm talking about is your past experiences. We were talking about this yesterday. What you've experienced in your past, develop this gut feeling where it tries to predict what the future is. So, like, if I'm around somebody that I don't trust, but I worked out hungover because I'm committed. Hey, I like that, Fejo. I like that. We need you back. Can you cut your vacation short and come back? Okay, so let's say a man, not naming any names, let's say a man constantly comes in about 8:20. Hits 40. This dude's hit 49 phone calls more than anybody else I know. I don't know how he does that, but what will others people start to predict that's going to happen to this person, whoever this person is? Going to fall short. What's the most dangerous thing is this person has developed a mindset, a mentality of coming up short, not closing in on his targets. See, people want to become better closers, but what you've got to understand is you've got to close everything that you do. When you walk into a door, the door does not shut, it closes. You've got to learn how to complete cycles of action. Kiddo, come on in. Think about this. Everything that you start, you must finish. That needs to be your mindset. So whenever I work out, my trainer's an old Marine, and he'll say, whatever we unwind, or whatever we unwind, we got to wind back. So a lot of our workouts might be, if we do this, we got to, is it like a pyramid?
Where you like work up and work down.
Yeah. We'll do a lot of that stuff. It's a mentality. It's a belief. Because the most dangerous thing that can happen to you is if you start believing, you ain't a closer. If you start to believe, you're a loser. What starts to happen is you develop a belief system because of your past. And this is something that held me back because where was I at 35? I was living with my mama till I was about 40. Why was I living with my mama at 35 years old? Why did I get broke as hell? Because I could not produce new income. During the good times, like right now, it's a lot easier to produce revenue than how it was in 2009. It's a lot harder. I wish I could have gone back and bought a lot of houses during that time. But my mind did not know, and my inner self did not believe. Believing in you is one of the hardest things you'll do. Especially if you're like me and you're always just very half-ass. Think about that. Your beliefs, your confidence are really a predictor. It predicts what it thinks will happen next for you. Do you follow what I'm saying? So if you're somebody most of your life where you were very average or you were very subpar, what do you think the future self is predicting that's going to happen to you? It's not just going to change. What's got to happen is you've got to give a lot of wins to your current self. Coming in every single day, hitting your targets, you develop a new belief system for yourself. Do you believe differently about yourself right now than you did 6 months ago? Mm-hmm. Do you? Do you, Andre? Mm-hmm. Do you over there?
Yes, I do.
But how could you believe more in yourself?
By doing more or hitting more targets.
So if you're in the sales or if you're an entrepreneur, pay attention. If you can't close your idea, if you can't get results, probably begins with you, where you're someone that has ideas and you never complete the cycles of action. I'm going to work out 5 times this week. I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock. I'm going to do all these things. Then are you doing all those things? Are you doing what you say you're going to do? Are you impressing your current self? Are you impressing your future self? Are you just letting yourself down over and over and over again? What happens is your mind likes to predict things. Whenever you're talking to me and I'm listening, I'm trying to guess. That's just the way your mind is. It's trying to figure things out. It's doing the same thing with yourself. Whenever you say you're going to do something, does your brain, you don't even know this, by the way, it's just going on up there. Does your brain really believe you're going to do this? And if your brain has this doubt, how can you be confident about what you're going to do? Joshua Benton, we got to give him a better name now. He's turning into a superhuman dude. Josh, are you still on here? Josh, do you have any doubt whenever you fly down to, the rough part of Fort Lauderdale, somebody said? Do you have any doubt that you're going to get up and work out? Josh has become a human machine that is built on, this ain't even negotiable. I have all these non-negotiable beliefs. When I'm hungover, I'm going to get up and I'm going to leave Zena in the bed, or maybe Zena's working out with him, and he's going to go do these things because he does not want that part in him to start doubting himself. Do you understand what I'm saying? I guess Josh is gone. Because you ask him, did you work out at 5 a.m. or were you too busy snuggled up on the beach? Fayeho, are you still on here? Do y'all think Josh is still on here?
Nope.
Are you clear about the danger of what I'm talking about, this prediction thing? This is voodoo. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you? I feel like everybody needs to come get a drink of my pre-workout drink. Or do some push-ups. Let's see the smiles. Come on, let's see the smiles. So we were talking about this yesterday in role play, right? Is that where I came up with this topic about so whenever you're around people and you approach them, people, whenever they're listening to you, they're always predicting, where's this going? What are you doing? What are you asking? So I feel like we're kind of dead around here this morning. Do you? Over there, Shaggy? What do you think's wrong today? Do y'all feel like this week is dragging on?
I think it's the weather.
It's the what? It's the weather. I was telling my wife this morning, I feel like this week has been dragging on forever. But, here you got to snap out of it.
We don't have our little ball of fire.
We don't have Josh. He was on here. He tricked me. He got on, said something, and got off. And now can't find the guy again. All right, I've got to get on the phone with the IR and the S. Going through a little audit. Got to talk to them. Then we're going to get into a little role play over here. Everybody have a great day. But look, every single day, you are either investing or spending that future version of yourself. You're either taking away or you're giving it something. What do you want to do today? Have a great day.